Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Baldur's Gate 3, where Jolly Glitter Spark has had enough of this world. It's time to bring it to an end. We're in the astral plane though, so we can't do it from here. We're going to need to head elsewhere to cause our chaos. Which direction should we be going in? Probably back this way. Walking in the wrong direction is an auspicious beginning. But I'm sure it's all going to be fine. Let's do a big bounce. I noticed that Astarin's strength appears to be back at 8. Which is unusual, because it shouldn't be, as far as I'm aware. And yet his weight capacity is at 360. I suppose his weight capacity is affected by the gravity of the astral plane, isn't it? Because everyone's got a really high capacity at the moment. That's interesting. I didn't know that. But yeah, I'm quite sure he had a potion. An elixir, if you will. And yet here we are. I'll make sure it's not some sort of bug by waiting until we're back in Faerun before I give him another one. Hello, Squiddy.
I have assessed our encounter with the Netherbrain from every angle. I know why we failed. The problem was not the stones. The problem was you. You can make only one move at a time, but the Netherbrain calculates every possible move at once. It knows what you will do. It knows everything you could possibly do. You cannot outmaneuver it. To defeat it, you would have to think like an Anithid. Better yet, be one. Your mind is not capable of this. Mine is. You will give the stones to me. I will assimilate Orpheus, and then I will be able to leave this prison to face the brain.
That makes sense. When you say assimilate Orpheus, what exactly do you mean? Because we want him dead.
I will consume his thoughts, his knowledge, his brain.
Well, that'll do it. Okay, here's the stones.
Thank you. Now stand aside. I will assimilate the Githyanki's power in your stead.
Om nom nom. Sorry, Orpheus. But Blackith wants you dead.
Do not judge me.
As if we
Come.
would.
We must follow the brain's path. This time, we will not fail.
There goes my appetite for
It's
a while.
time to leave.
Well, rather him than us?
It's fine, everyone. And our journal is updated. Free Orpheus. That's been done. Prince of the Comet is no more. So Lae'zel will be happy. And she's our chum, so we like this. Bit of a mess out here. Looks like a world that wants to be put out of its misery.
Chaos. Need to find a way through.
We'll be
Could
fine.
attempt to sneak past, or just fight our way through.
We'll fight our way through, I think. But first, elixirs. It appears that Astarian's has worn off, so we'll give him our last Cloud Giant strength. What about everyone else? Elixir of Bloodlust? When you kill a foe, you gain additional action. That's probably a pretty strong one. Yeah, that might be the best bet for old Jolly. And probably for Shadowheart as well. As for Minty, she would want something a bit more magical. Probably. Gain 3 Arcane Acuity. Is that going to wear off every time she gets hit? So I'm not sure if that will last very long at all. If it's anything like regular Arcane Acuity, it's going to wear off sharpish. Guileful Movement could just generally be useful, but she can fly about the gaff. Because she's a Storm Sorcerer. Vigilance? Extra spell slot? Maybe we go for Vigilance, just to make sure that she's a reasonable way up the turn order. That could be handy. Now off we trot, with the Emperor in tow. And through this door, we might find some friends.
We have lost much already, and we will lose more before the day is out. You may not have expected to be here. You may not have wanted this fight. The soldiers around you may not be friends. In fact, they may be strangers, antagonists, enemies. But today, they are your allies. For today, we fight a greater evil than any of you have ever known. And we cannot fight it alone. Though it may not be your city, though it may not be your cause, you must find it within you to fight, side by side. For today...
Hello.
You're late, friend. This is the one you spoke of.
The very same. The one who comes to save the city.
Yeah.
They will lay the final stitch on the fate of Baldur's Gate.
The Fist examines your illithid ally with suspicion. He was not expecting the savior of Baldur's Gate to be accompanied by a mind flayer.
Appearances may change, but they do not mask the one within. This one, I know. Observe with whom it traveleth. Friends.
Friends.
This mind flare will fight with thee. It will save thy city and thy lives.
The Fist eyes your illithid ally with suspicion, softening to curiosity. His hostility melting at the recognition that there's more behind those eyes than malice.
My steel is yours, and I'm not alone.
I want my city back. And I've brought the toughest bastards from the guild to get the job done.
Your father has sent me to your aid again, chosen one. Together we will bring new glory to his name. I will bless you in the coming battles. Let us bathe the way in blood.
Nice.
My dark forces are at your command today. We have a common goal.
I was the first Dark Justiciar in a generation, but soon we'll be Legion. And today, we fight at your side.
Glad to have you with us, and not a moment too soon.
The air is thick with anticipation. All eyes are on you. They're expecting a speech, something to stir their hearts and put fire in their bellies for the fight ahead.
To blood, death and slaughter, a fight well fought and a brain well burned.
Well said. We'll prepare ourselves. We'll be ready when you call upon us. May your weapons sing through your enemies' throats.
Nice. That's a battle cry we can all get behind. Now, Cole the Red. Hello.
Bodies, bloods, this is the dream. Knew I was smarts to sneaks in. The Skelly boy said I could stay if I sold you stuff. So hurry up. Bye, bye, bye.
You do know there's about to be a huge battle, right?
Really? Oh, don't you go getting chopped up. I need customers.
I like this guy. What you got? I did spot during the cutscene that there was an elixir of what looked to be Cloud Giant strength. But maybe it's not available in the shop. There are various elixirs hanging around. I mean, I don't think we need any more elixirs because I think we're done with rests for the remainder of the game. But I'm curious to see the shop nonetheless. We could probably sell some stuff just to get our weight down a little bit. Although again, I don't think that's really required because we're not picking anything else up for the rest of the playthrough, are we? Heck with it.
Don't go dying. I'll be real mads.
Don't you worry, Cole. You won't be real mads. So now the choice awaits. Do we sneak down into the sewers and have a tiny little fight? Or do we head up to the courtyard and have a big impressive fight? Ah, the Dreadlord Baal looks favourably on his chosen. We can cast Stunning Gaze, and our critical hit attack roll requirement is reduced by 2. That must be what Saravok's doing then? I forgot to go back and speak to him, it seems. Because if you go back and speak to him, I think he just tries to kill you and take over in your place. But no. Instead we've got a big old buff from him.
Fall back!
Where are you cowards going? Yeah, get fucked.
Leave him be! We have to keep running!
Matthew was a coward, and I'm glad he's dead. You're running the wrong way, friends.
Mind Flayer! Mind Flayer!
It's over.
There's a glimmer of something beyond his words, but in a moment it's gone, consumed with fear.
One last run, then we're clear!
Cowards. Guess we'll go and deal with this mess ourselves. We can already see a few of the folks. A few zealots of the Absolute. And the Lithid Arcanist. Some more buggers up top as well. Can we sneak? Is it possible to sneak? Shadowheart's pretty sneaky. And then what happens if she goes up the ladder? Will anyone notice us? It doesn't look like it. There's a Mistress of Souls there. And they might be a pain. So, yeah, I believe Sneaky Sneak might be the order of the day. What if Astarion goes this way? I've never done anything other than just charge in to this fight before. But this seems to be working out well for us. And then someone over there is moving about. They might spot us if we're not careful. It's another Mind Flayer. Is it worth trying to get up top? How far down is this bugger coming? Yeah, they can see the majority of that before they turn around. Oh, some bugger over there as well. What does Jolly want to do? Stay at ground level? Does anyone want to stay at ground level? It might be wise. Yeah, I think this will do nicely. Let's get it on. Piss. We missed. But it's fine. We're in the fight. What about Jolly then? Let's shuffle over this way a bit. And I guess first turn we'll just go for some Eldritch Blast. That's most people in the fight now. As for Astarion, these guys might not be in the fight yet. But that's okay. We'll just stroll up behind them perhaps. Okay, they're dropping down there.
They won't see me come.
But we've evaded them. So we can smack a goblin if we feel like it. Ah, Astarion's in his own little fight. Very well. He's managed to pick open a door. Hello, friend. Who are you? Tilly? Right, you appear to be Friendo. Curious. Now we can use up our luck at the Fire Realms. That's that bugger out the way. So yeah, Astarion's in his own fight over here. That's separate to everyone else's. But that's cool. He can definitely cope with all of that by himself. Jolly has basically used up her turn, I think. Unless she wants to chat shit.
Majesty of manure, sovereign of shit.
Okay. And then let's shuffle over that way. Just to get out of line of sight, some buggers. Good shot there from Shadowheart. Another miss, but she managed to crit the other one instead. And another good hit. Down goes a foe. Oh, and that one's still left on 1 HP. Well, down they go. Yeah, this Elixir of Bloodlust is proving to be quite useful, I think, with all these extra actions we seem to be getting. Nice. We finally run out of actions. Minty, what are you going to get up to? There's a whole lot of gobbos up there. We don't really want those in the fight. Maybe we should have moved you upstairs while we had the chance. Gobbos probably won't do much. But it'd still be nice to be up top somewhere. Now that bugger's surprised. The Emperor. You could fly up top, couldn't you? You could fly up there. And then you could Mind Blast, I suppose. Have you got Mind Blast? I would assume you've got it. There it is. And that's a bunch of the gobbos out the fight. You've got a bonus action. But you can't use actions and bonus actions interchangeably. That's interesting. Okay, so we've all got our next turn. As for Astarion, I suppose we should allow him to have another go, but let's see if the two fights will join up if we just play as these guys again. That's that bugger out of the way. Target's outside normal range, so we've got disadvantage, but it's still 81%. Nice. And we've got an extra shot because of the elixir. So that's Mind Flayer down. And we got another extra shot now, perhaps. So who's left? Goblin, Goblin, Zealot, and Zealot. Nice. Good shooting. Now I guess we could do a cunning dash, couldn't we? And just sort of shuffle over here somewhere. As for Jolly, that's that bugger down. We're invisible. We've got a bonus action that we could use to dash. Yeah. Can't quite sneak attack anything, I don't think, because of line of sight. So we can't use our bonus attack, unfortunately. Minty is on the wrong side of the fight now to everyone else. And yeah, she can't quite reach anyone, so... let's just keep running with her. And as for you, my friend, I suppose you could throw that bugger over there somewhere. Dang, they saved against it. Okay. Oh, there's an ogre up there as well that's not in the fight yet. The Guardian of Faith, you say? Not that bothered about that, I don't think. And some more buggers who aren't in the fight. Oh! Hey, it worked. Get flung. Now ogre's in the fight. Okay. As for you, we don't want you in the fight any longer. Death Ward. Okay. Try that again. Oh, you can't. Whoops. So we've got all 3 levels of Scarlet Remissance, which is great. Can we reach that goblin boss? Path is interrupted. What's it interrupted by? That statue thing. Okay. We can't reach the ogre. I guess that's Shadowheart's turn dealt with. As for you guys... we want you in the fight. Oh, there's a spectator. Where'd you come from? Minty, are you able to deal with that spectator? Maybe. There's a winged horror up there as well, so there are all sorts of enemies just hanging about. If Minty could fly higher, that would be great. Oh, there's a mind flayer as well. Just chilling. What if we threw an ice storm down there? It doesn't kill anyone particularly important, but it does give us the flight ability. Which allows her up top. Goblins can fire their arrows and not do a lot else. Shadowheart's kind of in an awkward position where she can't quite reach anyone to do anything useful. But she could come up here, and then some more friends join the fun. They weren't expecting us at all, so good damage. Minty, you're up here, so you probably want to also hit those buggers if you can. Let's use another ice storm. It's been working well for us. And then Jolly. A cunning dash ought to let you reach this Arcanist. Okay, seems like you've got an action left, but you can't use a booming blade. Why is this? Is it because it's no longer your turn, perhaps? No, it says it's still you. Oh no, Astarion's joined the fight now. Excellent. So we'll have to skip Astarion. This lot can have their go. What an effective go it was. You're calling for reinforcements. This Mind Flayer wants to go as well. Good job. Yep, run away. Intellect Devourers, yeah, what are you going to do, eh? Not a lot, that's what. Piss. Yeah, get wrecked. Get wrecked. and believe it or not, get wrecked. So yeah, not sure what this lot are doing in here. I've never found them before, I don't think. But that's fine, they can stay there if they want. We will... let's see. There's mysterious liquid all over the floor over there. There could potentially be over here if we broke that thing. But I don't know if we want that, so let's just shuffle a bit closer. There's Mind Flayer can get wrecked. Fantastic. These Devourers won't know what to do with their life now. Because we've vanished. This Spectator also won't know what to do. We could use another attack. Oh, we've actually got another proper attack because of the elixir. Go on then. I was going to stay invisible for a turn, but no. We'll stab this guy up instead. And maybe we can blind it? Yeah, right in its big eye. Now you're calling for help. Good job. Get charmed. I didn't know spectators could speak. Oh, Jolly's paralysed. That's unfortunate. And you're throwing a barrel full of fire wine, maybe? No matter. Now it's Emperor's turn. Mind Blast is on short rest, apparently. That's a shame. But we can use Telekinesis again to throw people about without expending a spell slot for the next 10 turns. We could also Chain Lightning. It seems like a bit of a waste of these guys. I never really used Chain Lightning. $51 damage. Oh yeah, and it killed those two as well. So yeah, that was probably worthwhile. I approve of that. Now, Gobbos. What are you going to do? She's paralysed and on her ass, and you're still mostly missing. Idiots. So Starring can deal with these buggers. Do a big bounce to the Gobbos and clean them up. Shadowheart. Are we worried about the reinforcements from the Winged Horrors? I don't think so. We might be worried about the Spectator. And now that it's down, we can worry about some of these other guys. Yeah, that was a productive turn. And then Minty. Oof. 37 damage. And it's frozen. And then, yeah, I was hoping a crossbow would be enough to kill that one. And it was. You're frozen. You're stupid. So you just throw more barrels. That's fine. You've got 8 life left. What are we going to do with you? We could try and throw you. Excellent. Gobbos try and fail to hit Astarion, because of course they do. Down they go.
Let's finish this.
Yes, let's finish this.
That was most of them. Time to press on.
Excellent. That went pretty smoothly. I've fought that fight before multiple times, but never as comfortably as that. We could go and speak to this one at this point, just to see if they've got anything for us. But no, let's just press on. It's time to go higher. If we come this way, then we've got a door. And we've got Nautiloids. They're going to try and ruin our day.
Take cover. They strike from the skies.
They do indeed strike from the skies. But can we lockpick this door? Jeez, we failed. We haven't failed in forever. There we go. We need that door open. We're out of actions. We've got a bonus action, haven't we? We could shove that guy, although not, it seems, anyway useful. We could bite that guy. Or we could use up some of our key points, I suppose. Lovely. And that does give us an additional 3 meters. Because I'm not 100% sure if we are out of range of the Nautiloid shot there. Now we probably are. Shadowheart could move to there and be out of range. Pretty sure that's safe. That might be safe. I hope that's safe. Where are these foes? Okay, they're up there. We can't quite reach them. Jolly, where are you going to dash to? It's hard to tell where is going to be safe and where it isn't, but I think that should be alright. Minty. You can come to here. Because this isn't about fighting people. This is just about staying alive and getting up top. Intellect Devourers do their thing. And then Emperor, where are you going to? Up there, perhaps? I feel like you're okay there. Can we throw someone? Bam! Yeah, you didn't like that, did you, friend?
Sliced and burned, dashed and died. They will be off.
Slow on 5 targets. It's level 3, so unless you're upcasting it, then we could probably just counter it. We don't want to be slowed right now. That's the one thing that we don't want, given as we're trying to race our way up to a thing. Now, where are you firing? Well, in all these circles is where you're firing, but is it going to hit us? Oh, bollocks. It had a wider range than I thought. But it did take out some of the foes for us. That's nice. And now here comes some more reinforcements. And of course Astarion's been stunned. Bollocks. So we'll blow that bugger up. And then get off a shot on this one, perhaps. Maybe a second shot on this one. With a bit of a sneak attack on it. Maybe a third shot on this one. Down it goes. And then perhaps a cunning dash. We might be able to jump up there. Oh no, that's fine. I was kind of worried about where you were going to opportunity attack, but it's okay. Now, Jolly, you could just kill that. It'll explode on you, perhaps. But it's okay. That goes down too. That one gets a bit ruined. Let's all gather here, and then the North Lord will try and shoot us here, probably. Maybe ping that lad. Okay, we tried. We might have encrusted him though, so that's nice. Now you're going to do what? Jump down. Okay. What if we just fly? Just get as far as we can with Emperor. We're practically where we need to be. I'm not sure if Emperor can do it, or if it has to be one of the regular crew. But let's assume Emperor can just get up to the top, and that gets us where we need to be. It might be the case. Astarian's going to get hit here because he was stunned. We couldn't move him. Although he appears to have taken no damage. Very well. And here comes some more reinforcements.
Just push through. Reach the brain.
That's what we're doing, friend. So. Jolly. Let's get a kill, because we can. You can't actually jump up there because of your little legs. So, where should we put you to keep you safe?
One day, I'll catch a break.
Over there.
Can you feel death's cold grip?
Astarion can jump up there, because he's amazing. And we can cause a bunch of damage to these buggers, thanks to Fist and Feet. Wonderful. Wipe them out fully. Oh, we've just walked into another circle, haven't we? Oops. It's probably fine. We can risk an opportunity attack to jump up there with Shadowheart. And then I guess we'll ping the bugger that was trying to attack us. And Minty, you're another who almost certainly can't climb up there. Oh no. So maybe Jolly can climb up here. We'll find out, I suppose. Emperor. Let's dash. Let's fly. Are you allowed to be the one who pops through here, or does it have to be a character? Mysteriously, Astarion survives once again. So, Astarion. Big bounce. Whoosh. Big run. Maybe it needs to be just a smidge further right. There we go. Yeah, we are. We got designs of our own, friend. But before we can enact them, we'll just have a cheeky rest. Still got our elixirs. Still got our buff. Should probably climb our brainstem. Maybe we should have embraced the tadpole just so that we could fly up here instead of having to clamber up like an idiot. It's a long way and we've only got little arms.
There it is. The crown. The very thing that has been amplifying the Netherbrain's power. And the very place that we will be able to dominate it. That's where we should use the Netherstones.
Indeed. But what's this? It's buggers.
What the hells are those things?
There you are. The rat catcher that became alone. The daughter of darkness. The avenging exile. Murder incarnate.
Yeah, we are.
You are spectacular specimens. And you will make spectacular thralls.
The crown, up ahead. Time to cast the spell again and break its will.
Lovely. So we have 4 turns before a Nautiloid appears and starts bombing the place. We need to get to the crown. We've also got allies. Guildmaster Keen's Fixers can somehow join us up here. An undead horde. And a bunch of Sharons. We haven't got many allies. But we've got a few. So maybe we bring them in. They probably weren't expecting to appear on top of a brain. And yet, here they are. As for us, we will probably go this way if we can. Can we make it onto there? Tentacles might appear. Yep. Nice try. But we made it. Good. Now, Astarion.
Execute.
Would you like to bring in your minions?
Fight for your master.
Yeah. And then, as for you... Big bounce. Big stroll. Could even do a bigger stroll if he felt like it. Wonderful. Near some mind flayers that happen to be about the gaff. Now, Shadow Adepts. Let's see what they're capable of. So, what have we got going on over here anyway? We've got a Pact Splitter, who's a countermeasure for Warlocks. They've got a bunch of mirror images. They've got Force Resistance, so they can't be Eldritch Blasted a bunch. So that's kind of cool. So they're countering Jolly, possibly. It's hard to say because we can multi-classed a bunch. Assassin's Folly is countermeasuring our rogues. They can see through invisibility. And they can dodge certain things. They're kind of a rogue themselves. The Metamage Persecutor is countering Minty, the Sorcerer. So we don't want to target them with spells, really. And then we got another Assassin's Folly. Now, let us do a bit of a dash with Shadowheart. Hopefully we won't get tentacled. We're going to try and make our way around the edge with everyone. Now, what would be a good move for Minty? She doesn't have a cunning dash. She's only got regular dash. We don't really want to hit our allies with spells. But we do want to cast a regular spell so that we can fly. What about you? Oh, you've got Psionic Backlash though, haven't you? Okay, you've fallen on your butt. And the main thing is, we've got the ability to fly. So over we go. We'll join Shadowheart on this side. And then we'll almost go the wrong way. Lady Lockjaw's here. Good job. She got grappled immediately. What a spoon. Emperor can fly over here. And then, let's see. Evard's Black Tentacles. That does sound fun. Get tentacled, tentacles. Now Shadowheart's crew are just going to get opportunity attacks and generally just make a fool of themselves. But they blinded the dragon, perhaps. That's amazing. Lady Crew tried to blind a Mind Flayer and failed to get grappled. Good. Now this bunch of undeads and whatnot, they're just going to work on some tentacles. Nice. It's the dragon I'm worried about. He might throw down, like, fireballs and whatnot. So, Assassin's Folly. What are you doing? Throwing a sleeping potion, perhaps, and turning invisible? More sleeping pots. Such, very well. Tentacles will do very little. Oh, 23 damage, okay. Tentacles can actually do decent damage. Now, let's counterspell a magic missile. There's going to be lots of magic missiles, so we can't counterspell them all. There goes one of the Sharons. What are you going to get up to? Hypnotize a bunch of buggers, okay. It appears that these magic missiles are all targeting one target. Oh, and of course the Astarion gets stunned. Why wouldn't he? friends might not last very long. But what is the plan now? So Astarion is stunned. We need to move. So let's get as far up as we can. We probably also need to deal with these mind flayers, but we can't on Jolly. She's kind of moved into a position where she can't really hit anything except a tentacle, which is unfortunate. Shadowheart, though, should be able to move up to deal with something. Nice. Shielded. What a bugger. So it's probably not worth shooting that guy again. Taking out a couple of these tentacles could be useful. And then maybe we just dash a bit closer to this mind flayer as well. Making progress up the battlefield is a good idea, I think. So I think we'll just dash with Minty. She's generally got less movement than the rest of the crew. Lady Lockjaw's still going strong. Emperor is concentrating, so we don't want to accidentally use another spell with him. Oops, misclicked. So he can't actually move very far this turn at all. Maybe we just dash with him now. That was a very silly misclick. Ooh, we blinded another mind flayer. That's great news. An inspired a skeleton. Look at all these guys working together. Oh, now you're looking around for those invisible buggers. Okay. Oh, not magic missile on us. That we will counterspell. Although you're probably also going to do it, aren't you? You're slowly shuffling through the tentacles. Oh dear. The Sharons aren't doing particularly well. But they're still heroes. Mind Blast fails, that's outstanding. Dragon flies off again. How much health's it got? All of its health. So, Astarion's back in the fight. This is great news. This means the Illithid can start going down. Dang, that's damage. Jolly can pump those little legs and get as far as she can. It should put her in blast radius. Yep. Probably don't need all three. But yeah, it turns out we would have done, because we've left it on 1 HP. What a pain. We'll ping these guys. And 10 HP. What a pain.
I thirst for combat.
But Minty can take it down. Good. So now Shadowheart can move up without an attack of opportunity. And she's fallen on her ass. Of course she has.
A wise move.
Minty can move up. Doesn't fall on her ass. What a gal. And then... Oh, apparently the Emperor's afeared. So he doesn't get to have a go this turn. That's kind of annoying. Yeah. Darkness on the dragon is very helpful, because it just stops it from fireballing everyone, I think. Good job, Knobhead. That's you out of the picture. Bollocks, that's Minty stunned. That's damage. Fire breath on Minty, that's not ideal. Yeah, we're not going to get this done before the Northloid shows up, just because I misclicked on the Emperor at one point, and then I also got feared for a round and couldn't move. It's a bit vexing. But that's that guy out of the picture. So that is the Mind Flayers dealt with. This is good. Nice try. And I guess we could drink a potion. It's not a big one, but it might help. Is anyone within range of Jolly? I guess the main thing Jolly wants to do is move closer to the exit. That's just a bit of bonus damage, that's fine. So... Shadowheart can't hit much from here. So again, she'll just move forward, I think. She can hit the dragon from here, kind of. It's outside normal range. But we'll try and blind it. Excellent. Because what else are we going to do with that here? Lady Lockjaw is fearful. Minty was stunned, but now she's not. We will fly with the Emperor. We need to be within 6 meters of the crown if we want to try and dominate it. Bit more darkness on the dragon. It's already blinded, but that's fine. We'll take it. I'm kind of worried that the Northloid is going to attack where we're going to be dominating the brain. And that would be awful. And so here comes the Northloid. Where is it going to attack? Is it random spots? That might be alright then. So all we really need to do is sort of gather around. Or just deal with the tentacle because it's there. We've probably got some bigger health potions about. Potion of Supreme Healing. They sound like the sort that Starin might require. Yeah, 60 HP back. Fantastic. And then he can deal with the tentacle. Again, because it's just there. Minty shuffles forward a bit. And she could also use a potion, I guess. So let's wing one to her. Oh, she had some anyway. Good. She only got 12 HP from that one. 8 to 20. So greater healing potions aren't that great, as it happens. But now what we need to do is dominate the crown. We need to channel this for like a turn. Our allies have been very useful. As meat shields, but they've been very useful. Although there goes another. Sorry, werewolf. I wouldn't actually mind if Lady Lockjaw goes down, because then all of our crew will be acting together. And that might be beneficial for us, just because it means the Emperor's turn will come around faster. So of course the dragon targets other people instead. It's possible this tentacle will deal enough damage to Lockjaw this turn. Let's see. No, they did 14. Okay. Big booms. Oh, and it's dropped another Mind Flayer in the fight. Very well. So yeah, we are going to have to waste another turn up here before we can do anything else. May as well annoy the dragon a bit. suppose we could try and blind the dragon again. Saved. Okay. Well, we pissed it off, and we've given it Ray of Frost as well. And the channeling is complete.
It's weakened. This is our chance.
Even bound, its will is stronger than anything you've ever felt. The chains shake, threatening to break at any moment.
It's vulnerable, but not defeated. Use the portal. We will bring it down together.
A sound plan.
This is it. Its will is weakening.
So, what are you gonna do? Friend? Do you want to fly over there? And then, yeah, why not? 43 damage. It did respond with a brain quake, but we can probably live with that. And now everything out here is going to go off again. There goes Lady Lockjaw. No, dragon. Yeah, that's fine. I was worried the dragon was going to change its mind at last minute and attack my party. But thankfully, no.
My will is infinite.
Shut up, you.
It will not be broken by you. It will break you.
Not another brain when it comes to snappy comebacks, are we? More big booms, very well. And through we go.
This is it. Its will is weakening.
Yeah, it is. So, where are we going, Jolly? Should we jump down there? We'd like to get up close and be able to stab it, but we're kind of a ways away at the moment. Oof. Now we're slowed as well. Okay. Big bounce. We could risk getting proned. Yeah, we seem to be fine. Biff. Are you going to counter us? Or can you only do that against one person? You mean cannot reach. There we go. We did hit. And then... let's think. Stunning Strike. We never use Stunning Strike, do we? Why don't we ever use Stunning Strike? Maybe I forgot we had it. I thought it was only an open hand kind of thing. Good damage. Down we go, Shadowheart. I don't know if it can be blinded. I'm going to say probably not. Certainly saved against that, I think. I mean, how would you blind it? It's a bloody brain. What does the most damage? Regular shot or one of these magical ones? It is one of the magical ones. Yeah, it's immune to blinded. Minty, would you like to join the fun? You appear to have your level 6 spell slot available. Where would you like to spend it? Chain Lightning? Probably a bit far away for a cone of cold. Blam!
Impossible. Pain. Fear. Terror. Reconsider. Assess. Implore. Surrender.
Subdued at last. It begs for its life.
Spare me. Join me. Wield me. Become absolute.
It pleads because it knows I am its master. I will finish this.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought, and it's taking all of the Emperor's strength to keep it there. An opportunity, perhaps. You glimpse the lifelong destiny promised by your father. Enslave, dominate, ruin. In your father's name, you must seize your rightful claim to the brain, not destroy it. If you do not, then he will flay and shred your mind, so it cannot even comprehend the horrors he will plague you with.
This is the moment, my love. The moment in which we make a new world for ourselves.
I do believe we want to make a new world. In the name of Baal. Not so smart now, are you, big brain?
What in all the sweet hells are you doing?
Dominating a giant brain, obviously. What do you think I'm doing? Doing what I was born to do, Astarion.
You are glorious, my love. You have never been more beautiful. Together. Conquer. Kill. Slaughter!
Yeah. Oh, it's like a throne fit for us. It's nice to have minions.
In Baal's name. One last stand for the city.
Thousand respiring things lie below, pointing up at you, gasping their last. But there is one who deserves the honor of your first death, the beginning of your end.
My magnificent love. Do you see now what you are capable of? Such terrible beauty. Such beautiful devastation.
One last kiss, Minty. You deserve the honour of the first of many deaths to come.
No. We were meant to do this together.
You two are quite useful. But I guess that's come to an end. Ta-ra!
Time for the final act. Your tragedy has become mankind's.
Hello, everyone. And goodbye.
You to feel each kill as if it were your own. The pleasure is almost too much to bear. As you think upon the resplendent deaths to come, Father sends a premonition of your red radiant destiny. You are the end, the last creature living, with all else felled by your hand. Alone amidst their gall at the close of eternity. Then, and only then, Father will be proud.
Who doesn't enjoy a happy ending, eh? We've made Pops happy. And that's the most important thing. I really enjoyed that playthrough. I think the characters and the builds that I selected were most excellent. Ice Sorcerers are incredibly good fun, making everyone fall on their butts. And Jolly's little stabby warlock build was great fun. It could have been more efficient if I'd given the levels out differently. Put more levels in warlock perhaps, but I wanted to keep her as a rogue primarily. And Shadowheart's build was great. I love arcane archers now. As for Astarian's monk build, didn't really use any of the features of the drunk monk, but that's because they're largely useless. But the fact that he was a monk means we had great fun just punching people in the face and neck, so all is well there. Hope you've enjoyed this series as much as I've enjoyed making it for you. There may be more Baldur's Gate to come as the other series wrap up, because this one was a bit shorter. There's generally fewer quests to do when everyone is dead, so we might be taken over this day of the week with some other stuff, like the Honor Mode playthrough. But eventually Baldur's Gate will come to an end and we'll be moving on to something else. Whether you're watching the rest of it or you're waiting for the next series, either way, thank you so much for watching, my friends, and I will see you soon.